Namaste children. In our last class, we read about different water purification methods. Filtration, sedimentation, decantation, boiling and chlorination. So these are the different methods which are used to purify the water. But now in our today's class, we are going to start a new chapter where we will learn how the water levels that are maintained on the earth and what are the different steps that are involving in maintaining that particular water levels. So, to maintain the proper quantity of water on this earth and to maintain the water levels on this earth, there is a cyclic changes that are occurring, which we will say it as a water cycle. So, in our today's class onwards, we are going to learn the various steps that are involved in the water cycle. At first, let us start evaporation and condensation process first. So what in this particular module we are going to learn few keywords, that is at first evaporation. EVAPORATION, evaporation. Now the second one is heat. What is the second one? That is heat. HEAT, heat. The third one is cold. COLD, cold. Now the fourth one is condensation. CONDENSATION, condensation. These are the keywords that we come across in our today's module. So first one, that is, okay, let's observe this. Why does the wet hair becomes dry after some period? Like all we know that we are taking bath. When you are taking a head bath, the wet hair that is slowly getting dried. Sometimes we are even using the hair dryer to dry our hair. So now, why does the wet hair becomes dry after some period? Can you tell? Where that water that is present in our hair, it is going, and how it is going. Okay. So now, not only that one, during rainy season, we can see that some puddles. Puddles are nothing but some water logged areas like this. So these puddles is after few days they won't be seen. But during rainy season, water will be locked in those puddles. But after few days, slowly that puddles will get disappeared. So what happens to those puddles after few days? How can they get disappeared? Yes. Okay. So for first two slides, that is for this wet hair and even for the water puddles, the answer for all those things is a process that is called evaporation. A process that occurs in the nature, which we are calling as an evaporation, which is the first and foremost step that is seen in the water cycle, that is evaporation. Evaporation, it is nothing but, yes, changing of water into water vapor by heat. What is an evaporation? Evaporation, it is nothing but changing of water into water vapors. So when we are changing the water into water vapor, you people will see a steam. Okay, when your mother, she is boiling the water, or when she is cooking the food, that time you people can find that some water vapors like a steam, they are coming out of the utensil. So now that steam, it is nothing but your water vapor. So evaporation means it is a process of changing of water into water vapor by the help of heat. It is called your evaporation. Yes. So now this evaporation, it is a process. Evaporation, it is a process. It is helpful in completely drying the clothes, that is the wet cloths which you will hang out in an open area. The heat of sun, it is completely evaporating the wetness that is present in this. And you know that in our atmosphere a little water content and humidity levels are present, that is the evaporated water from these water bodies and the water puddles and even the wet hair, the wet wiped floors. All these are some of the things that are showing a process that is called evaporation, which is nothing but changing of water into water vapors by heat. That is called your evaporation process. Here in the picture you are able to see that these are the streams, which are nothing but the water vapor which are arising from the water due to heat. Okay, so now evaporation is the first step in water cycle. So now after evaporation, in your general thing during a winter season, yes, you people can find that on the glass windows a complete dew of water is seen like this. And this particular formation of water by touching a cool object, it's called your condensation. So let us exactly see what a condensation is. Condensation is nothing but changing of water vapor back into water droplets on cooling. What is condensation? Condensation is changing of water vapor into water droplets on cooling. It's called your condensation. So this particular condensation process regularly you will find as a dew of drops on the leaves during early morning stays. Early morning when the sun it is rising, and that time when you are walking on the grass or when you will observe the leaves, that time you will find some dew drops on the leaves. That is due to condensation process. And even you people will notice this picture a lot when you're keeping a soft drink, a Coca-Cola or anything, a water from the refrigerator in an open area outside. That time after few minutes you will see that the watery layer it will form on the surface or the outer region of the bottle. This is also a process that is called condensation. So basically condensation means it is a process of changing of water vapors in back into water droplets. Changing of water vapors back into water droplets on cooling, it is called condensation. So in our today's module we came to know about two important processes that are occurring, that is your condensation and evaporation. So evaporation is a process of changing of water into water vapor by heating. It's called your evaporation. And the second one, that is condensation, where the water vapor it changes into water droplets due to on cooling. It is your condensation. And this evaporation and condensation, these are the two processes which plays a major role in the water cycle. So now after learning this evaporation and condensation, now let us start our particular workbook part, that is page number 40 from workbook. So in this page number 40 from workbook, if you will see, some experiments were given to you. A few droplets of water on the ground in a sunny area and some in shaded area. Put a few droplets of water on the ground in a sunny area and some in the shaded area. The next one is put ice cold water and ice cubes in a steel tumbler. Yes, so now write your observations. In experiment 1, where you are placing a few droplets of water in a sunny area, will get evaporated fastly than in a shaded area. And in experiment 2, when you are placing an ice cold water or ice cubes in a glass tumbler, now the outer glass tumbler is accumulated with the water droplets due to condensation process. First one is evaporation process and experiment 2 is condensation process. Now let us move to the second question, that is question number 1. There was a small pond near Saad's house. Due to very hot summer, all the water from the pond was gone. He could not easily walk across the pond. he could easily walk across the pond. What happened to the water in the pond? What happened to the water in the pond when to that water too much heat it is supplied in summer? Water will get evaporated so that the entire pond is completely cleared, and even Saad can walk easily across the pond. Now let us move to the next question, that is, on a cold day, Selina was with her father in a car. The car window kept getting foggy because it is a cold day and your car engine is heat. Yes, so now what happened? The car window, upon cooling, it is getting totally foggy. Her father had to clean them as soon his handkerchief become wet. So on that foggy glass window, Selina's father tried to clean and the entire handkerchief became wet. So where did the water come from to the wet handkerchief? The water came from the foggy window as due to condensation process, the water vapor present in the atmosphere that are falling in a form of water droplets on the car window. Okay, so now let us move to the third question. Third question is saying that Dilawar wanted to remove a postage stamp from an envelope. Okay, he tore the piece that had a stamp and put it in a mug of water. After some time, he was able to remove the stamp. His father used electric iron to make it crisp. How did this stamp become crisp? So, Dilawar wanted to remove a postage stamp from an envelope. So, what he did? He tore the piece where the stamp is pasted and he placed it in a mug of water. So when he placed in a mug of water, now that stamp, it is made with paper, it is slowly absorbing the paper and he can able to remove the stamp. But now the stamp became wet. So now Dilawar's father have ironed that one so that it became crisp. So when he ironed that stamp, what happened? Due to heat from the iron box is helping the water to change into water vapor. Means due to evaporation process, there the entire water it is changed into water vapor and the postage stamp became crisp. Okay, crisp means dry. So now let us see page number 41. So in page number 41, wind and evaporation is there. How wind it is helping in the evaporation process. Thoroughly wet 2 dupattas in water. Twist them well. Hold one dupatta under a fan and move it up and down. Switch off the fan and hold the second dupatta without moving it. Do the activity for 10 minutes. So after doing this activity, children, you need to write your observation. Which dupatta will dry faster? The one which is there in front of the fan and the fan is on, or the one where the fan is not on? So definitely the one where the fan is on, because wind is forcing the wet, or wind is increasing here the wind is acting as one of the barrier to increase the rate of evaporation, so that now the wet dupatta near the fan it is easily dried up, and the one where the dupatta we don't have any fan on, that will dry slowly. Now let us move to the second question. A large dam supplies drinking water to the city of Aligarh in Uttar Pradesh, and a large dam supplies water to city of Bhilwara in Rajasthan. So one dam Aligarh it is in Uttar Pradesh, one dam that is Bhilwara in Rajasthan. Two different conditions. See, Rajasthan too much sunny area and Uttar Pradesh little cool area. Yes, in summers the areas around Aligarh and Bhilwara are equally hot, it seems. Okay, but the areas around Bhilwara is windy as well. Unfortunately, even though they are having equal heat sunny area, but in Bhilwara too much heavy windy is also seen, but that is not seen in Aligarh. Which dam will have more water left at the end of the summer and why? Definitely Aligarh, because only sunny areas are present which evaporates less water. But in Bhilwara, along with the sunny area, along with the hotness, if the wind is also there, it is enhancing means increasing. It's increasing the rate of evaporation. So the entire water in the Bhilwara dam will get evaporated. Whereas in Aligarh, only a little evaporation is seen. Okay, na children? After listening the video, you people open your workbook page number 40 and 41 and complete the workbook and send me pics. Okay children?